rain was falling gently tonight, soft and steady, like a lullaby whispered from the sky. Each drop touched the earth with a quiet rhythm, a soothing pattern that carried neither hurry nor urgency. It was the kind of rain that wrapped the world in calmness, the kind that invited you to breathe slower, to loosen your shoulders, and to let your thoughts drift like leaves floating along a stream. Far away, on a hill cloaked in mist, stood a castle. Its towers rose like shadows into the dark sky, disappearing into low clouds heavy with silver rain. The castle had stood there for centuries, weathering storms, seasons, and the passage of time. And yet tonight, beneath the steady rain, it seemed not awake, but dreaming. The windows glowed faintly, as if lit by candles that flickered in sleep. The great walls hummed quietly, not with the sounds of life bustling within, but with the silence of rest, as though the castle itself were breathing slowly and deeply. You are walking along a narrow path that winds through the wet countryside. The earth is soft beneath your feet, and small puddles gather along the trail. The rain taps gently against your hood, trickling down in small streams that glisten in the dim starlight. Around you, the night is alive with sound, the patter of water on leaves, the distant call of an owl, the hush of wind moving through tall grass, yet none of it feels lonely. Instead, every sound blends together into a peaceful symphony, a natural harmony guiding you forward. Ahead, through the veil of rain and mist, you can see the outline of the castle. It is a quiet guardian of the night, watching over hills and valleys cradled in clouds. The sight alone brings a feeling of safety, as though the castle has been waiting for you, patiently, for a very long time. Step by step, you draw closer. The path takes you through a small wood, where trees arch above like an ancient canopy. Raindrops fall through the branches, some catching the faint light of the moon, others slipping past unseen, their only trace the soft sound of landing on mossy ground. Every step you take is slow, steady, measured, as though the world itself is urging you not to rush. There is no need for haste. The castle will wait, the night will wait, and you too can allow yourself to slow down, to breathe, to simply be. When you emerge from the wood, the hill rises before you. The castle stands upon it, its silhouette strong yet welcoming. The mist swirls around its walls, rising and falling like the tide of a gentle sea. You pause for a moment, gazing upward, feeling the cool rain upon your face. The world behind you fades, the worries of the day, the weight of unfinished thoughts, the noise of life. Here there is only rain, mist, and the waiting castle. The climb is steady. Your feet press into the damp earth, and the path curves slowly upward. Each step feels lighter, as though the burden of the day is slipping away behind you. The closer you come, the more you notice the details of the castle. Stone walls, weathered yet strong. Tall towers, their peaks hidden in drifting clouds. Windows that glimmer like quiet stars. At the base of the hill, a garden stretches out, though not in bright bloom, but in a dreamlike stillness. The rain gathers on petals of flowers half closed in sleep. Leaves shimmer as droplets slide down their veins, catching the faint glow of the castle above. The air is rich with the fragrance of wet earth and blossoms. It smells like renewal, like beginnings, like the world has just been gently washed clean. You walk through the garden slowly. The path is lined with lanterns, each one glowing with a soft golden flame. The flames dance with the rain, wavering but never extinguishing, as though enchanted by the castle itself. Every few steps, you hear the quiet splash of a frog leaping into a puddle, or the rustle of a hedgehog making its way through damp leaves. The creatures of the night are awake yet calm, moving in their own unhurried rhythm. At the far edge of the garden, great wooden doors rise before you. They are tall and heavy, carved with swirling patterns of vines and stars. The rain runs down their surface in silver streaks, glistening in lantern light. For a moment, you stand there listening. Beyond the doors, you hear the faint echo of dripping water inside vast stone halls. The castle breathes, and it waits. When you place your hand upon the wood, the doors respond. Without force, without effort, they ease open with a deep, resonant sound, like a sigh of welcome. A warm, golden light spills out, mingling with the cool silver of the rain. You step inside, and the rain softens behind you, now only a whispering backdrop to the world within. The air inside is calm, scented faintly of old wood and candle wax. Your footsteps echo softly across polished stone floors. High above, chandeliers sway gently, their crystals scattering light in tiny rainbows. Tapestries hang along the walls, their patterns telling stories of stars, rivers, and forgotten kingdoms. The castle feels alive, but not in the way of busy halls filled with voices. Alive like a dream, like a being resting deeply, breathing steadily, waiting patiently. The first hall opens into another, and then another. Each room carries a different note in the quiet symphony of the castle. One hall smells faintly of lavender, where dried flowers rest in vases of crystal. Another echoes with the soft sound of water, a fountain trickling gently in the center of the room. And another is filled with shelves of books, their pages whispering as if stirred by invisible winds. You wander slowly, without destination. Every step feels guided, yet free. The castle does not rush you. It seems to speak in silence, reminding you that there is no task, no demand, no expectation here. There is only rest, discovery, and gentle wonder. As you move deeper into the heart of the castle, the rain outside grows softer. It becomes a distant lullaby, a gentle percussion that fills the background of every chamber. The sound lingers like a heartbeat, steady and sure. It tells you that you are safe, sheltered, cradled within these ancient walls. At last, you come to a great staircase. Its steps curve upward, lined with torches that burn with quiet, steady flames. The light dances across stone arches, painting shadows that sway like slow-moving waves. You begin to climb, each step carrying you higher, deeper into the dream of the castle. And as you climb, you feel the world outside drifting further away. The rain, the hills, the woodlands behind you, they fade like memories dissolving into mist. Here, there is only the castle and the peace it offers. With every step, your thoughts grow quieter. With every step, your body feels lighter. With every step, you move not just upward, but inward into the heart of rest. The staircase curves upward, and with each step, the golden glow of torches leads you gently higher. The stone beneath your feet is cool, smoothed by countless footsteps across centuries. Yet now it is quiet. No other footsteps echo here. Only your own, unhurried, steady, carrying you deeper into the dream of the castle. The rain outside becomes a hush, a faint percussion you can just barely hear through thick walls. It feels distant now, like a memory, like the heartbeat of the world outside. Here inside, the air is warmer, softer, filled with the glow of candlelight and the subtle fragrance of old wood and faint incense. Every breath feels slower, deeper. Every moment stretches out like a gentle thread of time, long and unbroken. At the top of the staircase, an arched doorway opens into a vast hall. It is wide and high, the ceiling so distant it disappears into shadow. Pillars rise on either side, carved with twisting vines and starlit patterns. Between them hang long drapes of velvet, heavy yet unmoving, as if frozen in the stillness of a dream. You pause, listening. The silence here is not empty. It is full, alive, humming faintly, like the gentle sound of a seashell pressed to the ear. It is the silence of a place that dreams, a place that remembers, a place that waits. As you walk forward, the torches along the walls respond. One by one, they flicker to life, spreading a warm glow ahead of you. Your shadow stretches long across the stone floor, following faithfully as you move deeper into the hall. The air is cool but comforting, like the embrace of a long-forgotten lullaby. At the far end of the hall, something glimmers. It is a pool, round and shallow, set into the very floor of the castle. Rainwater drips from unseen cracks above, falling one drop at a time into the pool, sending ripples across its surface. The sound is hypnotic, a steady rhythm that joins the rain outside in its endless lullaby. You kneel by the pool and look down. The water reflects the ceiling high above, but also more than that. The surface shimmers with visions of the sky, not the sky of tonight, but the sky of endless nights. Stars swirl across the reflection. Constellations move us in slow circles, as if the pool holds within it the very memory of the heavens. For a long while you watch. The stars move, and the ripples blend with them, bending the constellations into shapes that shift and change. A fox leaping through the night, a swan gliding across unseen waters, a child reaching for a lantern among the stars. Each shape drifts into another, soft and unhurried, the way dreams flow when the mind is at rest. When you rise again, you feel lighter, as though some of your thoughts have been carried away into that pool of starry water. The castle seems to breathe with you, matching your rhythm, steady and calm. You take another step, and the hall opens into yet another chamber. This one is smaller, but no less wondrous. Books line the walls from floor to ceiling, their spines marked with gilded letters, runes, and symbols. Ladders stretch up into the shadows, as though there is no true end to the shelves above. A fire crackles gently in a hearth, its flame soft and golden, not fierce but steady, radiating warmth. You run your hand along one of the shelves. The books hum faintly beneath your fingertips, as though they too are dreaming. You pull one down at random. Its cover is bound in deep blue leather, embossed with silver moons. When you open it, the pages whisper softly. The words are written in a language you do not know, and yet the meaning drifts into your heart without effort. It is a story of a quiet night in a faraway land, a story of rain falling gently upon a cottage roof, a story of someone drifting into sleep, safe and calm, wrapped in the hush of the world. The book is telling your story. It is telling the story of now, of this moment, of your journey into the castle. And with every page you turn, The words seem to grow slower, softer, more like a melody than sentences. At last, the letters fade into blankness, the story complete. You close the book and place it back on the shelf. In this chamber, time does not press forward. There are no hours, no urgency, only the glow of firelight, the quiet of the books, and the gentle presence of the castle itself. You linger a while, breathing in the scent of old parchment and wood smoke, feeling the calm settle deeper within you. When you move on, the doors of the library ease open without your touch. The castle knows your path. It guides you step by step, like a parent guiding a child toward rest. The next hall is filled with crystals. They rise from the floor like frozen flames, tall and shimmering, glowing faintly from within. Colors shift across their surfaces, soft blues, pale purples, golden ambers. The air here is cool and fragrant, carrying the scent of rain-soaked stone and wild herbs. You walk slowly among the crystals, and as you do, you hear them sing, not in words, but in tones, gentle notes that hum in harmony with one another. It is like stepping into a choir of stars, each voice soft yet clear, blending into a song that is as endless as the night sky. The sound vibrates gently through your chest, soothing, balancing, centering. Some crystals glow brighter as you approach, as if responding to your presence. You reach out, placing a hand against one. The surface is cool, smooth, and alive with faint vibration. A warmth spreads from it into your hand, then into your arm, then into your heart. You close your eyes, and for a moment you are adrift in the song of the crystals, carried like a leaf upon a current. When you open your eyes, you feel renewed, not awake, not alert, but softened, quieter, ready to drift deeper into rest. The path winds through the chamber, leading you gently onward. At last, you come to a great door of silver. It is carved with shapes of clouds and stars, and rain seems to shimmer across its surface, though it is only metal. The door does not open yet. It waits. The castle breathes around you, silent but alive, asking you to pause, to rest, to listen. And so you do. You stand there in the quiet, the faint song of the crystals behind you, the hush of rain faint beyond the walls, the warmth of the fire still lingering in your memory. Here, at this silver door, you wait. There is no hurry. The night is long, the castle is patient, and you are safe within its dream. The silver doors stand before you, tall and gleaming, their surface alive with shifting patterns of starlight and rain. The carvings seem to move as you gaze at them. The stars drift slowly across the panels, Clouds gather and fade, raindrops fall in endless streams. It is as if the doors themselves are dreaming. For a long while, you simply stand there. There is no reason to hurry. The song of the crystals lingers behind you, gentle and harmonious. The hush of the rain presses faintly against the walls, a distant rhythm that steadies your breath. The air here is soft, cool, patient. The castle waits, and you wait with it. At last, the doors begin to open. They do not creak or groan, but glide smoothly as though moved by unseen hands. A wash of silvery light spills out, bathing the corridor in a soft glow. You step forward, and the doors ease close behind you, sealing the chamber in a quiet so profound it feels like stepping into the heart of a dream. The hall beyond is vast. The ceiling arches high above, vanishing into shadows pierced by faint beams of moonlight. Columns rise like trees, their surfaces inlaid with veins of silver that shimmer gently, pulsing like the slow beat of a heart. The floor is polished stone, reflecting the light so that every step sends ripples of brightness outward. And in the center of the hall lies a great throne. It is not made of gold or jewels, but of stone, carved with patient care, its surface etched with constellations. Upon it rests a figure, vast, still, serene, the Dreamkeeper. The figure is draped in robes that seem woven of mist and starlight. Their face is calm, eyes closed, as though they are sleeping deeply. With every breath they take, the air itself shimmers, and the hall brightens for a moment before settling back into twilight. It is as if the very act of their dreaming sustains the castle. You feel no fear, only a profound stillness. The Dreamkeeper is not awake, not watching, not demanding anything of you. They rest, and their rest fills the entire hall with peace. Even the rain outside seems quieter here, softened to the faintest whisper, as though it too is pausing to listen. You walk slowly forward, your footsteps muted against the stone. Each step brings you closer, and with each step, the air grows softer, warmer, as though you are entering the glow of a hearth. You stop a respectful distance from the throne, gazing upward. The Dreamkeeper's breathing is slow, steady, a rhythm that you find yourself matching unconsciously. Inhale, exhale, rise, fall. Every breath draws you deeper into calm. Every breath carries you further from the noise of the world outside. Around the throne, the floor is inlaid with a mosaic. It is a vast circle of stars, rivers, and winding paths, each tile shimmering faintly in the silver light. You trace the patterns with your eyes, noticing how they seem to tell a story. of skies filled with constellations, of rain nurturing the earth, of dreams flowing like rivers into sleeping minds. It is a story without beginning or end, a story that drifts like water, endless and soothing. You lower yourself to the floor, sitting within the mosaic. The stone is cool beneath you, grounding, steady. Here, in the presence of the Dreamkeeper, time feels distant. There is no rush, no expectation, only the rhythm of breath, the shimmer of silver light, the hush of eternal rest. The longer you sit, the more you begin to notice small details. The flicker of a candle in a far corner of the hall, though you are certain no candle was lit when you entered. The faint sound of wind high in the arches above, as if the ceiling opens into the night sky itself. And most of all, the subtle hum that seems to resonate from the Dreamkeeper, a sound lower than words, deeper than song, a sound felt more than heard. It thrums softly through your chest, calming your heart, slowing your thoughts. You close your eyes. The sound grows clearer, not as a melody, but as a presence, an assurance. It tells you that you are welcome, that you are safe, that you may rest here as long as you wish. Images drift across your mind like clouds, a field of flowers bending under gentle rain, a lantern glowing on a windowsill, a river moving endlessly carrying fallen leaves upon its surface. They come and go without weight, without demand, like fragments of dreams passing through the current of your thoughts. When you open your eyes again, the hall looks different. The silver veins in the columns glow more brightly, pulsing in rhythm with the Dreamkeeper's breath. The constellations carved into the throne shimmer faintly, their patterns shifting as if the stars themselves are turning overhead. The castle is dreaming with the Dreamkeeper, and you are within that dream. You rise slowly and begin to walk the circle of the mosaic. Each step along its path feels deliberate, guiding you deeper into the quiet. The tiles beneath your feet glow faintly with each touch, leaving a soft trail of light that fades as you move forward. It is as though the castle records your presence, acknowledging each step, each moment. At one point, you glance upward. Through the high arches, you glimpse the sky. Rain drifts down in silver threads, but the stars shine brightly behind it, unbothered. The moon is half veiled in cloud, glowing softly like a lantern behind frosted glass. It feels both near and infinite, part of the castle's dream, part of your own. When you return to your place before the throne, the Dreamkeeper stirs slightly. Their head shifts just enough that it seems they might open their eyes. But they do not. Instead, the hall grows even quieter, as though the whole castle is holding its breath. Then, with a slow exhale, the stillness deepens once more. You understand, without words, that the Dreamkeeper has acknowledged you. They do not wake because they do not need to. Their rest is their gift, and you are already part of it. To sit here is to share in their dream. To listen here is to hear the silence of the stars. To breathe here is to sink into the rhythm of the rain and the endless night. You close your eyes again, and this time you let yourself drift. The throne, the hall, the mosaic beneath you all become distant, softened, as though you are floating. The hum of the Dreamkeeper wraps around you like a cloak, steady and warm. You are not alone. You are never alone here. The castle breathes, the Dreamkeeper dreams, and you are held within both. And so you rest, not in sleep, not yet, but in that deep space between waking and dreaming, where thoughts lose their sharp edges and time flows like a river beneath rain. You rest, knowing the night is endless, knowing the Dreamkeeper will keep you safe within their silent watch. The Dreamkeeper rests upon the throne, unmoving, serene. You rise quietly, careful not to disturb the silence, though you know there is no danger of that. The Dreamkeeper does not wake. They dream, and the castle dreams with them. At the far side of the hall, a narrow passage opens, lit by faint silver torches. You feel the castle gently urging you toward it, guiding you deeper. The path curves slowly, each step echoing softly against stone. The air here feels cooler, tinged with the scent of rain-soaked earth, though you are far within the castle walls. At last, the passage opens into a circular chamber. You pause at the threshold, breath caught for a moment. The room is filled with spheres of crystal. They float in the air like lanterns, hundreds of them, each one glowing faintly. Some shimmer with pale blue light, some with soft gold, some with gentle hues of lavender and green. Together, they illuminate the chamber in a shifting, dreamlike glow. Each sphere holds something within. When you step closer, you see visions swirling inside, scenes of night skies, quiet rivers, gardens kissed by rain. Others hold images less clear, drifting colors, fragments of memories, the shadows of distant dreams. The chamber hums with their presence, a low and soothing vibration that seems to settle deep in your chest. You walk slowly among them. The spheres drift aside to make room for you, sliding gently through the air as though moved by invisible hands. As you pass, some brighten, responding to your presence. It feels as though they are greeting you, acknowledging your arrival. One sphere hovers lower than the rest, within reach. Its light is pale silver, shimmering like moonlight on water. You extend a hand and gently brush its surface. At once, warmth spreads into your palm and an image blossoms within the crystal. You see a cottage, small and cozy, standing in a meadow beneath a rainy sky. Smoke drifts lazily from its chimney. Through the window, a fire glows, and someone sits beside it, wrapped in a blanket, their eyes closing slowly as they drift toward sleep. The rain taps gently on the roof, steady and soothing. You feel the peace of that place, the safety, the softness of the moment. When you withdraw your hand, the sphere dims slightly, as though returning to its rest. Another floats near, glowing faintly with blue light. Within it, you glimpse a forest at night. Rain falls through the branches, each drop catching the light of countless fireflies. A child walks along a path, holding a lantern. They pause often, gazing upward at the canopy of stars, their face calm, untroubled, serene. The vision warms your heart, reminding you of wonder, of innocence, of the quiet magic of the world. You continue deeper into the chamber. Everywhere, the spheres drift gently, carrying dreams both near and far. You realize that these are not only dreams of the past, but also of the future. Fragments of sleep not yet dreamed, resting here until their time comes. The castle is a keeper of all dreams, holding them safely until they are ready to be released into the night. At the very center of the chamber stands a pedestal of stone. Upon it rests a sphere larger than all the rest. It glows with a light that shifts constantly. Silver, then gold, then pale blue, then violet. When you draw close, you feel the air hum louder, resonating softly through your body. You do not touch this sphere. It does not invite touch. It simply rests, pulsing with light, as though it holds the dream of the castle itself. A dream vast and endless, a dream that cradles all who enter these halls. You lower yourself to the floor before it, sitting quietly. The spheres drift slowly around you, their glow dimming and brightening like the rise and fall of breath. The chamber feels like a sky full of stars, a galaxy of dreams suspended in endless stillness. You breathe in, breathe out, matching the rhythm of the lights. Your mind grows quiet, your thoughts softer, like whispers fading into the night. For a while, you simply sit, eyes half closed, letting the chamber cradle you. It feels as though you could remain here forever, drifting among these spheres, floating in their quiet song. Then faintly, you hear it, a whisper, not from any single sphere, but from all of them at once. It is not a word, not a sentence, but a sound. A lullaby without melody, a voice without speaker. It tells you to rest. It tells you that you are safe. It tells you that the night will hold you gently and endlessly. You rise slowly, moving once more among the spheres. They part again, opening a path toward another archway on the far side of the chamber. The air grows cooler as you approach it, the scent of rain stronger, as though this new path leads closer to the heart of the storm outside. When you pass through, the spheres fade from view, their glow lingering in your memory. The passage beyond is narrow, the walls damp with beads of water. A faint breeze moves through, carrying with it the sound of rain falling steadily. You follow the sound step by step until the passage opens once more. You find yourself in a long gallery with tall windows. The windows are not clear, but frosted, their surfaces streaked with water. Through them, you see only shadows of the storm outside, the suggestion of lightning flickering behind clouds. The sound of rain is louder here, more immediate, though still gentle, never harsh. It is steady, constant, like the heartbeat of the castle itself. You walk slowly down the gallery. Each window glows faintly with reflected light, and the patterns of water running down the glass form shapes, branches, rivers, constellations. Sometimes you think you see faces, kind and serene, watching you with quiet smiles before fading back into rain. At the end of the gallery stands a smaller door, carved with swirls of water and wind. It opens without a touch, revealing a spiral staircase that descends into the depths of the castle. The sound of rain grows louder still, echoing up the stairwell. You place your hand on the railing and begin to descend, step by slow step, deeper and deeper into the heart of the dream. The spiral staircase winds downward, each step carrying you further from the heights of the castle and deeper into its hidden heart. The air grows cooler, tinged with the scent of wet stone and earth. A soft echo of dripping water greets you, steady and reassuring, as if the castle itself is breathing in rhythm with the rain outside. At last, the staircase opens into a wide hall. Here, the light is dim, silver and soft, filtering through high windows set into thick stone. The sound of rain is louder now, more immediate, but never harsh. It falls upon hidden channels, trickling through stone gutters, gathering into pools that mirror the faint glow of the walls. You step forward carefully, feeling the cool stone beneath your feet. The hall stretches into shadow, pillars lining the sides, carved with patterns of waves, raindrops, and flowing rivers. It feels alive, not with people, but with water itself, the quiet energy of movement and life. To your left, a small doorway opens into a chamber bathed in pale blue light. Here, a shallow stream winds across the floor, water moving softly over polished stones. The sound is gentle and constant, like a heartbeat mirrored in liquid form. You kneel at the edge and let your fingers brush the surface. Cool, clear water ripples through your hand, and the echo of its movement carries a sense of calm deep into your chest. Yeah. In this chamber, the air is fragrant with moss and wet leaves. Plants grow along the edges of the stream, small flowers drooping under the weight of raindrops, their colors muted yet alive. It feels like a hidden garden beneath the castle, a secret world that exists only in the dream of the building itself. You rise and continue forward, following the sound of flowing water. The hall twists and turns, each corner revealing another small wonder. A pool where the surface is so still it seems like glass, reflecting the faint silver light of unseen lamps. A waterfall cascading gently into a basin. It sounds soft enough to lull your thoughts into stillness. A stone bridge arching over a narrow stream, inviting you to pause, to breathe, to observe the gentle dance of water and shadow. As you walk, you notice the walls themselves seem to shift subtly. Moss grows in patterns that mimic the rippling of water, and veins of silver trace the outlines of hidden streams. Even the floor beneath your feet guides you along the natural paths of the water, as though the castle is teaching you to move slowly, to follow the rhythm of the rain, to become part of the gentle flow. At one point, the stream opens into a larger chamber. Here, the water spreads across the floor, shallow but wide, moving in soft, undulating waves. Islands of stone rise just above the surface, creating quiet stepping points. Light shimmers across the water, casting patterns on the walls, and every ripple seems to carry a story. You step onto one of the islands and pause. The sound of the water is mesmerizing, hypnotic, drawing your attention away from all other thoughts. You feel lighter with every breath, as though the stream itself is carrying away the tension, the worries, the restless energy you brought with you. Along the edges of the chamber, plants sway gently as if touched by an invisible breeze. Tiny flowers, still wet with rain, open and close in soft rhythm. The air is alive with subtle scents: earth, stone, water, moss, and something faintly sweet, like a promise of dreams yet to come. You continue forward, following the main channel of the water. The sound of the rain outside grows distant, but within the chamber, it feels amplified, mirrored in every ripple and cascade. It is not the storm above, but the storm within the castle, harnessed, gentle, protective. At the far side of the chamber, a doorway carved from a single stone slab opens into a narrower hall. The stream narrows here, flowing in a thin ribbon over stones polished smooth. The walls are lined with alcoves, each containing a small basin of water, reflecting the light in tiny dancing patterns. Some basins hold images within their depths, glimpses of rain fallen on distant hills, of gardens under twilight skies, of children sleeping peacefully under warm blankets. The castle holds all these dreams, all these visions, and now you walk among them, immersed in their gentle presence. You pause at one basin, leaning close. In the water, you see a vision of yourself, walking slowly along the same path, calm and serene. The rain falls softly around you, yet you feel no chill. The castle embraces you, and the water carries a quiet reassurance. You are safe, you are at rest, you are part of this dream. When you rise again, the path bends downward, leading to a final chamber at the very heart of the lower halls. Here, the water spreads into a shallow lake, calm and silver, the surface reflecting the high arches above. Soft light glows from unseen sources, illuminating the ceiling in delicate patterns, like sunlight through rain clouds. The air is still and cool, fragrant with earth and wet stone, carrying the soft echo of rain and flowing water. You step to the edge of the lake, feeling the smooth stone beneath your feet. The water laps gently at your toes, steady, soothing, endlessly rhythmic. You kneel and let your hands glide across the surface. Ripples spread outward, reflecting the soft glow of the room and the faint shimmer of starlight above. It feels as though the entire castle, the entire night, has gathered here in this calm pool, holding you safely within its embrace. You lean back against the cool stone, listening to the water, feeling its rhythm seep into your bones. Every breath matches the ebb and flow of the gentle waves. Every heartbeat is echoed in the steady lap of water. Your mind grows quieter. Your body grows heavier, yet lighter, supported by the stillness around you. Time has no meaning here. You could remain in this chamber indefinitely, floating among reflections and ripples, letting the rain, the stream, and the castle cradle you. And in this stillness, you begin to feel the soft pull of sleep, gentle and inevitable. The water murmurs, the rain hums, the castle breathes, and you drift deeper into the quiet dream of the night. From the quiet lake in the lower halls, You rise slowly, feeling the gentle embrace of the water lingering in your body. Each step back along the narrow hallways is measured, slow, deliberate. The castle seems to guide your movements, as if it knows the rhythm of your breath and the pace of your heart. The stream narrows, leading to the spiral staircase you descended before. You place your hand on the cool stone railing, letting its smooth surface ground you. The sound of the flowing water fades behind you, replaced by the distant echo of rain tapping on upper windows. It is softer now, gentler, as though it is reaching out to meet you halfway. The staircase curves upward. With each step, the air grows lighter, the warmth returning gradually. Faint light glimmers through high windows, hinting at the halls above. Shadows shift along the walls, long and calm, dancing subtly with the rhythm of the storm outside. Every breath you take matches the cadence of your ascent. You pause at the top of the staircase, stepping into a long gallery. Torches along the walls flicker softly, casting golden light over polished stone. The air is fragrant with faint herbs and flowers, reminders of the castle's gardens far below. Through the frosted windows, rain falls in delicate threads, silver and steady. The sound is hypnotic, like a heartbeat of the world, steady, constant, reassuring. As you walk down the gallery, the castle seems to breathe with you. Walls shift subtly, columns shimmer with hidden veins of silver, and shadows sway gently across the floor. Every detail encourages stillness. Every echo invites quiet contemplation. You notice small reflections in the stone, brief glimpses of stars, clouds, lanterns, all softly intertwined with the rhythm of the rain. At the far end of the gallery, an arch opens into a larger hall, familiar yet different. The Dreamkeeper's throne lies at its center, bathed in the same soft silver glow you observed before. The air is filled with calm, a quiet resonance that seems to settle deep in your chest. The Dreamkeeper remains at rest, their presence steady, vast, serene. You move forward slowly, stepping onto the mosaic circle at the center of the hall. Each tile glimmers faintly beneath your feet, reflecting the silver light. Patterns shift as you move, depicting constellations, rivers, and winding paths. The castle itself seems to acknowledge your return, guiding you, welcoming you into its dream. The Dreamkeeper's breath is steady, slow, and you unconsciously match your own to it. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. With each cycle, you feel yourself sinking deeper, into calm. Your thoughts soften like clouds dissolving in the sky after a gentle rain. Your body relaxes further, supported by the stillness of the hall and the rhythm of the breathing around you. You pause in front of the throne, sitting cross-legged upon the mosaic. The silver light flickers gently across the walls, the ceiling, and the tiles beneath you. The Dreamkeeper's presence fills the room, not through sight, not through sound, but through quiet assurance. You do not need to speak, to move, to act. Here, you simply exist. Around you, faint glimmers trace the edges of the hall. Lanterns sway, their light soft and golden. Crystals on nearby pillars hum faintly, resonating with the rhythm of your heart and the Dreamkeeper's breath. Even the rain outside seems to enter the room as a gentle vibration, a whisper that lulls and soothes. You close your eyes, letting the atmosphere envelop you fully. Memories of the lower halls, the flowing waters, the secret chambers of dreams, all mingle together. Images drift like leaves upon a stream. The silver lake, the streams, the spheres, the gentle forest in rain. They pass without demand, without urgency, each one carrying you further into calm. The longer you sit, the more you notice the subtle interactions of light and shadow. Patterns shift slowly across the floor, across the walls, across the ceiling. Stars ripple within the silver veins of stone. The mosaic beneath you glows softly, tiles shifting slightly as if breathing alongside you. You feel a quiet connection to the entire castle, a vast, patient presence that has watched over countless dreams. A faint hum rises around you, imperceptible at first, then more distinct. It is not a melody, not a sound in the usual sense, but a vibration you feel with your chest and bones. The Dreamkeeper's breath, the castle's structure, the rhythm of the rain outside, all merge into this gentle, resonant tone. It fills you with calm, steady, infinite in its quiet power. Time stretches here long and fluid. Minutes and hours blend into one another. You are aware of yourself, yet at the same time, you are dissolved into the space around you. The hall, the throne, the Dreamkeeper, the silver light, the distant rain, all become part of a single, encompassing presence, a presence that encourages relaxation, that invites release, that cradles every thought, every muscle, every breath. You allow yourself to lean back, reclining slightly upon the mosaic. The tiles support you gently. The light wraps around you like a blanket. Your eyelids grow heavy. Your body sinks further into stillness, and the hum of the hall carries you closer to sleep. Images drift across your mind again, soft and calm. The meadow under soft rain, lanterns glowing on distant hills, streams winding through forests, a child closing their eyes beside a warm fire. Every vision carries peace, reassurance, and the gentle promise of rest. The Dreamkeeper remains still upon their throne, yet you feel their presence as a guardian, a guide. It is a presence that does not demand anything, that does not awaken. It simply exists, supporting your drift into sleep. And so, as the rain continues its quiet rhythm outside, and the light flickers softly within the hall, you feel yourself begin to drift completely. Not into immediate sleep, but into the threshold of dreams, that gentle, unhurried space where thoughts fade, where muscles release, where the mind prepares to float among its own visions. The castle, the water, the rain, the light, and the Dreamkeeper's watch all guide you toward this place of quiet surrender. You inhale slowly and exhale. You feel the stillness grow within you, and as your awareness softens, you notice that the boundaries between yourself and the hall, between body and space, between waking and dreaming, begin to dissolve. You are cradled, lifted, supported, and you drift further into the gentle embrace of the castle and the rain. From the mosaic hall, you drift further, carried by the hum of the Dreamkeeper and the gentle rhythm of the rain outside. Your mind softens, thoughts slowing, muscles releasing tension with each breath. The hall itself begins to blur at the edges, light and shadow melting into one another, as if the castle is dissolving into a dream. You find yourself walking along a misty pathway, soft underfoot, winding gently through a landscape that feels both familiar and otherworldly. Rain falls steadily here too, but it is gentler, warmer, comforting. It taps on leaves, glides along streams, and trickles softly from the branches of trees that shimmer with a silvery glow. The trees sway in rhythm with your steps, their branches brushing lightly against your shoulders, but never forcefully. Each movement is slow, deliberate, inviting calm. You hear whispers of unseen birds, quiet rustles in the undergrowth, and the faint hum of flowing water somewhere nearby. Every sound blends into a serene symphony that surrounds you, wrapping around your body and mind. Before you, a bridge stretches across a wide river, its surface reflecting the moonlight and the gentle rain. You step onto the bridge, each foot falls soft and even, as though the wood itself is part of the dream. The river below carries visions of other nights, fragments of dreams floating on its surface, a lantern drifting across still waters, a fox slipping silently through the forest, a child reaching for a star in the sky. Each image passes calmly, carrying no urgency, only quiet wonder. On the far side of the bridge, you enter a meadow where flowers bend under gentle rain. The blossoms glow softly, as if touched by starlight. You kneel and feel the petals, damp but soothing, their texture soft and comforting. Each flower seems to breathe, rising and falling in rhythm with your heartbeat. You lie down among them, the wet grass cradling your body. The rain continues, steady and soft, a lullaby sung by the world itself. You listen to its rhythm, steady, calm, eternal. Every drop carries a tiny vibration, a hum of peace that seeps into your mind and soul. You feel lighter, as though every worry, every restless thought is dissolving into the earth beneath you. A faint glow appears in the distance. As you lift your head, you see shapes forming from the mist, floating spheres of light, each containing tiny visions, echoes of dreams from across time and space. They drift lazily, swirling slowly, passing images of rain, rivers, starlit skies, and sleeping beings. It is the essence of the castle itself, a manifestation of the Dreamkeeper's work, holding and tending dreams until they are ready to bloom. You rise and move among the spheres. Some hover low, inviting gentle touch. You reach for one, and it responds, light shifting softly under your fingers. Inside, a vision unfolds, a quiet forest, rain falling softly on moss-covered stones, a fox curled beside a glimmering pool. The vision is calm, serene, and it mirrors the peace you feel within. Another sphere floats higher, shimmering with golden light. Inside, a river winds through hills under starlit skies. A figure walks along its banks, moving slowly, gazing at the stars. You recognize it as yourself, yet not bound by the usual constraints of time or place. It is a reflection, a dream self, free and unhurried. As you move among these spheres, the Dreamkeeper's presence becomes palpable, not as a figure before you, but as a gentle current, guiding your path, ensuring your safety within the dream. The castle and its guardian breathe with you, their rhythm in perfect harmony with your own. A gentle wind stirs the mist, carrying the sound of rain, the hum of water, the faint laughter of dreams yet to be dreamt. You close your eyes and allow yourself to float, weightless, carried along by this river of visions. Time dissolves. The line between waking and dreaming fades. You feel fully cradled within the castle, within the rain, within the endless night. Beneath the surface of the dream, subtle currents of light flow, guiding you through the dream world. A glimmering waterfall where the water flows upward, defying gravity, creating tiny rainbows that shimmer in the mist. A grove of trees whose leaves are mirrors, reflecting not only your face but the quiet serenity in your heart. a field of flowers that open and close in rhythm with your breath, each blossom releasing faint, sweet fragrances. You wander without urgency, every step slow and deliberate, your mind settling into the pace of the dream, every sound, every light, every gentle touch of rain feels like an invitation to release, to let go, to sink deeper into rest. The spheres of dreams swirl above and around you, forming patterns, bridges, pathways. You follow one path that winds upward through a soft mist, guided by the glow of the floating spheres. Each step brings you closer to a familiar glow, the silver light of the Dreamkeeper's throne, now visible in the distance, higher in the dream world than you had expected. As you approach, the spheres part gently, allowing passage, their light flickering softly like stars in a quiet sky. You feel the presence of the Dreamkeeper grow stronger, not overwhelming, not demanding, only steady, enveloping. It is as though the guardian is leading you, showing you the safe path through the dream. The mist clears, revealing a gentle plateau, bathed in silver light. The Dreamkeeper's throne floats here, serene and luminous, their figure calm, breathing slowly in perfect rhythm. All around, spheres drift lazily, the river of dreams flowing softly beneath them. You sit once more before the throne, the silver light bathing you, the spheres hovering protectively around. The rain outside continues, steady and gentle, merging with the sounds of rivers, streams, and waterfalls within this dream world. Your body relaxes fully. Your thoughts soften. You are held, and as you sit, drifting, surrounded by the serene hum of the Dreamkeeper and the castle, you feel sleep approaching, soft, inevitable, complete. Your eyelids grow heavier. Your breath slows. Every sound, every light, every subtle vibration carries you closer to a deep, peaceful sleep. The castle watches. The Dreamkeeper dreams. And you are cradled in the union of rain, light, water, and dream. The silver light wraps around you like a blanket, warm and soothing, carrying the quiet pulse of the castle into every part of your body. The rain outside continues, steady and rhythmic, a lullaby of the world itself. Your eyes grow heavier with each breath. You inhale slowly, feeling the cool, fragrant air fill your lungs, and exhale, letting it carry away tension, worries, and all remaining thoughts. With every breath, your body becomes softer, lighter, more relaxed. Every muscle, every joint, every fiber of your being settles into calm. The Dreamkeeper's presence is gentle, steady, like the tide of a quiet sea. You do not need to look at them to feel their guidance. Their breathing, the castle's hum, the rhythm of the rain, all merge into one, a constant vibration of safety and peace. Around you, the spheres of dreams drift slowly, each one shimmering faintly. Visions inside them flow gently, a river winding under moonlight, a meadow bending beneath soft rain, lanterns floating through a quiet forest, a child's serene face reflected in still waters. Each vision is calm, unhurried, inviting you to follow its rhythm, to surrender further into rest. You lay back upon the mosaic floor, the tiles cool and grounding beneath you. The light of the throne, the silver glow, wraps you completely, creating a gentle cocoon of safety and warmth. The hum of the Dreamkeeper resonates through the hall and through your chest, merging with your heartbeat until it becomes impossible to distinguish one from the other. Outside, the rain falls steadily, softly, its sound entering every corner of a castle, every chamber, every secret space. It touches the lower halls, the streams, the pools, and the hidden gardens. It whispers against the windows, tapping in quiet rhythm on roofs and stone walls. Its melody joins with the hum of dreams, the gentle breathing of the castle, the steady presence of the Dreamkeeper. All together, they form a single, infinite lullaby. You close your eyes fully now, letting the silver light wash over your mind. The visions of the spheres swirl gently behind your eyelids, the flowing streams, the floating lanterns, the starlit skies, the rain on rooftops. They mix with your own imagination, carrying it toward soft, dreamlike shapes. Nothing is hurried, nothing is sharp. Every thought melts into calm, every image fades into peace. The castle, the rain, the Dreamkeeper, all move with you now. They cradle you in their rhythm, carrying you toward the threshold between consciousness and sleep. You feel yourself floating, light and weightless, neither here nor elsewhere. The hum of the spheres, the glimmer of the silver light, the faint trickle of water beneath arches, all guide you gently. A soft breeze stirs in the hall, carrying the scent of wet stone, earth, and delicate blossom. It brushes against your skin like a whisper, warm and calm, reminding you that you are safe, that you are cared for, that you may release completely. You allow yourself to surrender fully. In this moment, the line between the castle and your mind dissolves. You are part of its rhythm, its heartbeat, its dream. Every drop of rain outside becomes part of your own breath. Every shimmer of light merges with the calm in your chest. Every hum of the spheres flows through your being. And as you drift further, the images in your mind grow softer still. The flowing rivers of the lower halls, the floating spheres of dreams, the bridges, meadows, and gentle forests all fade into a serene gray-blue light, a soft cocoon around your awareness. You are floating in nothing and everything at once, held securely by the castle, by the Dreamkeeper, by the rain. Your breathing slows naturally, deeper and steadier. Your heartbeat follows the rhythm of the hum, the drip of the rain, the gentle pulse of the castle. Thoughts are no longer words, only soft, fleet colors, fading quickly, leaving space for nothing but calm. Time ceases to exist. Minutes, hours, even the idea of day or night vanish. All that remains is this infinite quiet space, this embrace of light, water, and gentle sound. All that remains is safety. All that remains is rest. You drift, softly, completely. The last sensation is the warm, steady presence of the Dreamkeeper and the steady lullaby of rain. You are cradled in the heart of the castle, floating gently, safely, into the depths of sleep. And then you are gone from the waking world entirely. Your mind, your body, your spirit all dissolve into the soft, endless dream of the sleeping castle in the rain. The castle breathes, the Dreamkeeper dreams. The rain falls, steady and eternal, and you sleep deeply, peacefully, cradled in the